Tom Clancy's Without Remorse is the latest release in the Tom Clancy universe. This action thriller movie starring Michael B. Jordan shows off the story of John Clark, an experienced Navy SEAL who has lost his family and goes on a path for revenge, only to find that he's been a pawn to a much bigger plan. The movie starts off by showing us the badass side of Michael B. Jordan's character, John Clark. Within the first 6 minutes of the movie, there's already enough action to tell that this movie is going to live up to the name. The movie then shows us the more caring and loving side of John Clark. We see him and his wife in his bed, and he's talking to his unborn baby.
So what, you doing good, baby? Daddy can't wait for you to get here. We got your room all picked out. What was that? Oh, she said she's gonna be a daddy's girl.
The way that Michael B. Jordan plays these two sides of John Clark is amazing. He plays it so well that it's easy to believe that these two sides of John Clark are the same person. Now, one thing I was worried about before watching this movie was that it would stray too far from reality, but director Stefano Sollima, who you may know also directed movies like All Cops Are Bastards and Sicario, Day of the Soldado, did a great job at keeping everything realistic as well as allowing the audience to get more immersed into the scene. A great example of this is when the plane crashed and the camera would shake with John Clark as he traveled through the debris. It was also followed by the sound being muffled when he starts to go underwater. I think that this was a great use of editing and camera angles to give more immersion to the audience. Throughout this movie, there were a few cool shots that were used to give a suspenseful feeling. One example of this was when John Clark was forced to scale the wall of a building. Now, as perfect as the scene was in terms of creating suspense through the camera work, this was really the only time where there was a unique camera shot from an angle different than the basic front or back. And for an action movie, I feel like there should have been a little bit more scenes that use camera angles to create more suspense. One instance when this could have been applied is during Michael B. Jordan's last stand where he's fighting one of the Russian soldiers. I don't know if it was the lack of intense music or basic camera shots or even a combination of the both, but I feel like this was probably the most underwhelming scene in the movie, even though it's supposed to be one of the peaks. Overall, I feel like this movie had some great potential when it comes to cinematography and editing styles, but to me, it just seems like the director and editors just got lazy in some scenes. Because of that, I give this movie a 6 out of 10 in cinematography, a 6 out of 10 in editing, and finally an 8 out of 10 in special effects. Overall, that gives this movie 3 out of 5 pickled cucumbers. That's all for me today. I hope you enjoyed this totally 100% perfect vlog review. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios!